Man, I tell you what, the bad flu and the flu viruses, different things are going around. Not so much COVID, because it's not 2019 or 2020 no more, so that was just a name they were given it, because they created it back then in 2019 over there in good old China at the Wuhan lab or whatever the heck it was, whatever the hell it was. You know, it started here in the States and then moved over there, and then it got leaked or busted out. You know, people got exposed and it just spread like fire, spread everywhere. You know, from all the experimenting they were doing and with the bats and who knows, different shit. But they were, you know, just experimenting with it and doing all kinds of shit. It's where the fuck Senator Ron Paul was saying. I always forget what the hell he was saying it was. Damn it. I gotta stop the video and look it up here. I'm gonna add to it here. Oh yeah, gain of function. Senator Ron Paul used. Gain of function. Trying to experiment with the stuff, with the virus or disease, and trying to gain stuff out of it, you know. Trying to get it to function a certain way. To get it to just go out into the world like it did and screw things up, fuck things up. Get people sick and dying and everything else. And that's what they did. But now, like, oh, COVID don't even exist. Now it's back to just the flu, you know, flu virus and just some virus, I guess. Like, oh, well, you know, it's just, you know, there's a big virus going around everybody's getting. Yep, I got it too. The nausea, the, you know, fevers, the hot and cold chills, and the sore throat, chest congestion, mucus, the coughing. I had it all for a whole week, starting Christmas night. So there's like no more COVID. So it's just back to just the flu virus. Like influenza A and B and stupid shit like that. But anyway, I got all better because that made my mood worse. That made the mood worse and the depression and that, but I'm a lot better getting there. And gained my energy back again. I just wish, you know, I could be doing a lot more comedy content and get onto YouTube. I can't even get on can't even get onto YouTube because I'm still flagged off of there until March. So I can make little videos and put them on Facebook and TikTok, Instagram, but you know, YouTube is where I got the views at. That's where I wanted to try and make money from. You know, I got about 200 subscribers. I need 2 more subscribers on YouTube. I have 200, but still need 300 to go. Need to get 500 subscribers on there to make money. Hard to do, because I can't be putting more stuff on there. But anyway, I got better, you know, got my energy back, and you know, I tell you what, when you're sick and down, or like having depression and that, your dick is down. It's like man down. You know, that dick is just hanging there. No blood flowing to it, no circulation. It gets all purple. That's just like being an old man. Erectile dysfunction. Sucks. It's just hanging there like this. And I'm like a grower. It shrinks down to normal size, you know, and everything. That way I can function and do stuff and it's not hanging down in my pants. And then, you know, when I'm turned on, when a girl turns me on all kinky and shit, that thing goes right up. Or when I'm in a good mood and got the blood flowing down there, that's what happens. But it's like having erectile dysfunction, being sick or depressed. You know, it just, and you want it to go like this, you want it up, because that feels better and you got blood flowing down there. But I sure is all glad, you know, I'm not walking around like this, you know, my dick hanging down in my pants. You know, because I don't know how I can fucking run or do anything. I don't know how people can run. You know, when it's like down here and touching your thighs. I mean, I can't imagine just running like this. And it's, you know, gliding against my thighs. I don't know how the fuck people do it. I'm glad it just shrinks down to normal size, you know, in there. That way I can run, you know, be free. And then my balls aren't jingling down or moving around. Everything is just all, you know, staying in place. And then it just grows when I need it. And it goes back down when I don't need it. Because why the fuck would I need it, you know, hanging down, touching my thighs, you know, if I don't need it to be like that. It just grows when I need it. When I'm all turned on. You know, when a girl is just all kinky and turned on. Woo! Slap that dick. But, yep, there you go. There she goes. It's boring as fuck around here, let me tell you. I gotta get crazy here and create some chaos, and that is boring as hell. People are boring around here and on social media. People don't talk. They don't do nothing. I wrote a couple letters out. I got a couple notes to send out to some prison girls that are incarcerated around here in Ohio. I got on this site called Caged Ladies, cagedladies.com. That's somebody created out there, like illegally. Apparently, that's what the lady told me down at this prison when I called down there. And they have a couple different apps to get on, and where you can video chat with them, text them, and all that stuff. And you gotta have money on there to do it. You know, for you to do it and for them to do it, you gotta send them money. But there's a lot of scamming going on. The apps aren't legit, I'm reading. And so I'm just gonna stick to the old-fashioned letters, mailing down there, and see how that goes. See if any of them write back. You know, told them I'm a YouTuber and a TikToker and live streamer, all these things, and bipolar and blah, blah, blah. Landscaping, so it might tickle their fancy. It might get them interested here. They might think, oh, interesting guy. I gotta try and get with this guy or talk to him, write him back. You know, these chicks are, one's 25 and the other one, I don't know how old she is, but they don't put all their age in there. I wish I could find out what they all did if I look them up. But maybe I should try to look it up, their names, find out what they did. Or they can tell me. But I sure wish the apps were more legit and stuff, but I gotta do it the old-fashioned way and write letters, notes. It's like I need to stick pictures of myself in there too, I guess. But it goes through the whole processing, you know, and then it gets sent to them, I guess. So, you know, see how it goes. Pen pals. That's what it is. They're looking for pen pals. They can be my pen pal. Or I can be their pen pal. I need some chaos. I need some shit going on. You know, I need excitement. That's why girls go after bad boys, because they want the excitement. And then they get fucked over and cheated on and abused. But it's the other way around, where I can go after a bad girl and try and turn her around and fix them. That's where I shine at. That's where I can shine. Show them love, teach them love, and fix them and turn them around. Because nobody else seems to want that around here. They don't want no dick. They don't want love. They don't want nothing. So I'll go after those kind, I guess. The ones that want help and fixed and loved. Want pen pals. So I'll do that. That tickles my fancy. Well, I might get on TikTok and maybe do some live and turn on the old television. Again, just sit here, I guess. Nothing else to do.